Look, we came here to win. Yeah, we came here to win. Yeah, we came here to win. Yeah, we came here to win.
It's a new generation.
And we came here to win. Yeah, we came here to win. Yeah, we came here to win. Yeah, we came here to win.
It's a new generation.
Look, we came here to win. Locks in consciousness. We plant-based with the scholarship. Dr. Sadie raised higher frequencies. Please don't throw off my energy. Look how I set the tone. Pull out your camera phone. I'm kinda loud with it, but there ain't nothing wrong. I'm just a different soul in this vehicle, trying not to crash. That's unbelievable. I know we all will, so enjoy the ride. It's a good day to be alive. You gotta keep it true on either side. This kind of lifestyle, it should be glorified. Yeah, we more than high, that's out of context.
Welcome, Kings and Queens. Group discussion. I'm Queen Shavaka with Kings of Queens Radio. Our topics for today, are we meant to be monogamous? On the line, we have
Queen Maisha here. Hey, everybody.
Greetings, everyone. This is Dan Kamati. It's very nice to be on this panel. I appreciate being invited also. Thank you very much.
Hi, good evening, everybody. This is Queen Naya.
Good evening, everyone. This is King Najuan and Subu from Royal African Minds. Welcome to another show. Welcome aboard.
Hey, this is Dr. Stan Q. What's happening?
So, Queen Shavaka, we have a very interesting topic, right?
We sure do.
All right,
Are
so
we meant to be monogamous?
this is going to be a good one. So, the discussion is open.
Hey, King Najuan, King of Love once again. From a sociological point of view, which is my specialty, how men move, how they create their environments and what they do in their environment. It has been known throughout the world, the commoner, or what they call the cousin, or the standard person, has one man, one woman. As you move up in rank, as far as warlord, general, captain, chief, king, prince, it has been known throughout the world before, I guess, the advent of Christianity being spread or colonialism. Most of the societies on earth, if you have rank, you were able to have more than one woman. With the advent of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, the dynamics have changed in Western civilization. So it depends on what standpoint and what society structure that we want to look at this, what lens that we want to see this picture as far as a monogamous relationship. I know it's promoted in the modern world, 2019. You know, it's the morality of today's standard.
Okay, Dr. Stan Q here. I just want to say, when you said it, you made me think about when I used to practice Islam. I remember that it was said in the Quran that in order for a Muslim male to have more than one wife, he has to be able to afford it. And according to the Quran, he can only have up to 4, no more past 4. But what I remember also learning just from studying the history of it was that the reason that it was done was because there was more women, more females than males, and so in order to at least thousands of years ago, a lot of females did not work. They did not depend on themselves to earn a living. They depended on males, and so what often happened was in order to keep the extra ladies from resorting to prostitution in order to make a living, they would take a husband would take more than one wife. in order to, it was done to be able to provide for those ladies' care, not more like I think a lot of people when they think about polygamy, they think about on a sexual level and not on the level of being able to take care of the women. So I got more to say, but I'm gonna let somebody else say something.
So the question I want to ask, kind of a spin-off from the original question, which is, were we meant to be monogamous? So basically, is it natural for us to want to be with someone else? So for instance, like if a married couple, is it natural for them to want to, by nature, want to be with other people sexually? Anyone can answer or comment.
I think it really depends on the culture and the religious background and belief. I personally raised Christianity, and we believe that that it's a sin to even look at somebody in a way of lust, especially if you're married. That's one of the commandments. So I think for a lot of individuals, I think it's more individual based how you were raised. If you were raised with mother and father in the home, but the mother, more nurturing, the upbringing of the daughter and how to carry herself. So I think it has a lot to do with, number one, culture, number two, the environment, number three, how society plays a part in that too. If you're watching TV programs instead of reading a book, I think all of that, naturally you're going to have those emotions and feelings, but I think it all depends, because you can naturally have those feelings, but you have control over them depending on your culture. So I think it varies.
I want to say this because Queen Shabaka, you're on a good point, and Queen Maisha, it's a good topic. You have to take a blank canvas when you're dealing with culture, and when you're dealing with tribes and clans and states. Some people don't know what sexual promiscuity is. Like some places don't even know the liars. Some places don't even know what a jail or a dungeon is. They don't even have it in their frame of mind. They never had any of it. Versus sexual promiscuity is a society that's been sexualized, like Western culture, like Western civilization. And Queen Shabaka said one thing, that she's a Christian, right? And according to the religious doctrine, you're not supposed to lust. Well, we know the Christians that came out of Europe, they raped and pillaged and they cheated on the wives, and they never practiced what they taught the rest of the world to do. It is not an attack on Christianity. The Christian was based on the Greco-Roman culture, which was a promiscuous culture. And they allowed the lesbianism, they allowed the homosexuality, bisexuality, animalism. And so it was a very lustful, passionate, erotic society. And so the people was always aroused and they always desired. They didn't control their fleshly desires. Going back into the question, naturally, you're not naturally built or wired to desire somebody else's, or just to be, excuse my language, reflecting or having intercourse or copulating. Those are some pre-learned behaviors, as we develop. When you come out, I don't like that word, I don't like that word. But when you have a sexualized society, especially like in a commercialized world, a materialistic world, a capitalist world, sex sells. And so you got generations of people who've been under the sexualization of advertising, marketing, and promotion in every sphere. It is connected. Just like if we look at Walt Disney and their cartoons, they started their cartoons off with sexual innuendos, and so in the music. So going back to what Queen Shabaka says, the sexualization to that person, people being wired that way, it depends on what environment you come out of, what culture, what is your social order, and what is the spiritual beliefs of that particular people. Everybody don't think with their sexual organs, and like the people in the rainforest, people who live in the caves and the mountains throughout Africa, different places, according to the record. So I thank you, Chris, if I can bring that point up. That it's a cultural thing.
What was the question again? The last one you just said about the couples?
I'm just saying, like, you guys help me out how I phrased it. Was it natural? I think I said, is it natural for people, even if you're married, to want to be with other people? It's in a sexual way.
So if two people are a couple, I would say it would be up to the couple. If the couple agrees that if they agree to be because it's not monogamous. If they agree that there should be another person involved in their relationship, then I would think that that would be between them. But the one thing I can say is it most definitely should not be done. It most definitely should not be done behind the other person's back. It shouldn't be. It should be the couple should agree upon it if that's the way it's going to be. Now, from thinking on a natural, like just the natural way of things, it appears to me that there's more ladies than gentlemen. There's more ladies, and so if every lady had a man, that would mean there's still some ladies left that don't have a man. So I would think that naturally speaking, it should, that's the way it should be. It should be a non-monogamous, situation, so that the other ladies won't be forced to resort to other ladies. If it's that, on that level of being a couple and being married, or.
Now, I think every time on the spiritual level, every time that you lay down with someone and you have sex with them, that a part of them and a part of you are connected. So I think that when people are being promiscuous, it's very hard to stay balanced. But I think that if someone is promiscuous, just say there is a couple, and the couple wants to bring a third party in, I think that if they're all on the same kind of have the same mindset, and they're looking at it in a spiritual way, where they're connecting on the deepest level spiritually, I think that it could work. But everyone has to be on the same page, and not coming in with jealousy, not coming in with I'm trying to steal this person, coming in with we're connecting on a deeper level. What do you guys think about that?
I agree with that. I think so.
Because it's the most, having sex is the most intimate thing you could do with someone, and the most physical, in the most physical way, So I think if it's used the proper way, it could connect people, the bond can be tighter. But now, if two people are just having sex, the man and the woman, I think that's an incredible bond too, especially if neither one of them stepped out on the other person behind the other person's back. Because now especially if it's in a relationship, now you have the physical, and you have the emotional and you have the mental. And if both people are working on that and all three of them are balanced, that's incredible. That's an incredible feeling. Versus if the other person has two other people on the side, their spiritual connection is broke, even if it is behind the person's back. That's why when most people they cheat, they do somewhat feel something negative. It's according to how much you cheat, you might be desensitized, but you know that what you did was wrong, and that bond is broken. You can never go back and mend it. Once someone cheats.
Yeah, cheating is a whole nother level because cheating is breaking a person's trust, emotional trust, mental trust, um, which dives into psychological trust. Yeah, I think monogamy is so important because it's a foundation that you're building, a bond, trust. Once that trust is broken, it's hard to get it back. It takes years, months, depending on the person, to heal from that process.
And plus, if a woman gets pregnant, and she's not being monogamous, who's the baby daddy? That is a whole bunch of confusion. Those 9 months, there might be three men thinking that they're the possible father because someone was spreading their self around. And I think, and this kind of goes back to my the point that I made about the spiritual connection. A woman's womb is really sacred, and if a woman has the right or is really vigilant on who she lets in her womb, it could make the woman, again, the word more balanced versus letting everybody that has, a part up in her womb, putting toxins and all that in and connecting, possibly her connecting with the person emotionally, then the emotional bond being broke because it was nothing to begin with. It's very important to know, to get that, for women to know about their bodies and know about the spiritual connection and know about how to keep their self balanced. So when they do meet that man, if they are a single woman, they'll already be, ready to receive him and have a better relationship versus having a whole bunch of people, again, pollute and violate your womb. And now you have to do like a kind of a recovery thing, and kind of go into cleansing. And a lot of women don't go into cleansings. That's why they're so jacked up when they do get in a relationship because they've had all these different energies in them, in them. And then when they meet that one that wants to really treat them right, they're all fucked up. Excuse my language. That means the womb is. I mean, if you think about the womb is the portal to this earth. Everybody came through a womb. As women, we need to keep our wombs clean and not let everybody with a smile up in it.
So true. So true.
Yes, yes, it is. I agree. Hey, and from the male's perspective, it's often similar. The opposite side to that is that there's still an energy exchange as well, and the male can also be walking around with all of these different energies from the different females that they've had intercourse with, and it can be very destructive to them as well. Some of those things that you mentioned before about being on the same spiritual level, mental, and all of that is really, I truly believe all of that's really important. And the male should also be extremely choosy about who he has sexual intercourse with because that for that very reason, the I guess what can I call it? The phallus is very sacred as well. You know, it plants the seed in the womb, right? They go hand in hand. You know, we all came from wombs, but we all came out of the phallus as well to go into the womb. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a one unifying process there that definitely needs, you know, this is, we definitely need to, you know, really think about and be extremely choicey about that. You know, who it is you choose.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Be mindful of
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
the
serious.
person
I mean,
that you allow into your world.
absolutely, it's a serious thing. I mean, it's. I think we're so desensitized with all the sexual things that we see all day that sex is kind of like shaking someone's hand now. You know, and that's how you make a baby. Like this is how you make a baby. You know.
Right. For clarity. So are we talking about monogamous relationship being natural? Are we talking about are we talking about what is it? Open sexual relations?
It's kind of all. I mean, it kind of is underneath the same umbrella. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have about 5 more minutes before we have to end our discussion.
I go back to what Queen Shabaka was saying. It's all social structure and culture and the environment. You know, the biorhythm of whatever society you're in, the society we're in, the music, the TV, you know, everything gears towards, you know, the sexual revolution, the freedom of sex, you know, sexual magic, sexual energy, stress relief, you know, and, you know, people going to work every day, and, you know, they might don't want to be tied down to a monogamous relationship. They might want a little something on the side. But studying the patterns of the globe, it is man's desire to have a woman, and it is woman's desire to have a man. You know, what they develop to after that, whether it's natural or unnatural, I can't say. But I know on the natural, you know, women want a man and men want a woman. Who else want to elaborate though? I think this is a topic that it can go on forever too. You know, it's a good topic. I wish we had more people in the listening audience who would chime in. So we're going to ask you to take the Queens of Queens, King of Queens discussion group, like, comment, and subscribe and share. This is one of those opportunities when the community can participate on the topics in the discussion. And you will be able to have a number to call in if you want to be included in further discussion as we go forward in time. King Ashwan, so I am through with this topic.
Thank you, King Ajala. Anybody else wanna share their last comments on this topic?
Yes, it's a really good topic, and I really firmly believe that it's just a lesson on the nitty gritty. It's just a lesson on who you invite into your world. That, like you said, King Aisha, the energies that you invite, especially if you're a serial dater or friends with benefit believer, all these energies that play a part. Just guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your spirit and your energies in your world. Be more diligent on who you choose as a life partner, because that exchange, you know, it's important. Stay monogamous.
Absolutely.
I have a suggestion, real quick.
Yeah.
I would like to do a discussion polygamy versus open sex. What is the difference? You know, maybe we can do that in the future.
Sure, that sounds like a good topic too. Well, thank you guys for another wonderful discussion with Kings of Queens discussion group. Queen Shavaka, thank you for the wonderful intro.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Yes. So, Queen Maisha here. And who is with us on this discussion tonight?
King Adelante and Subu of Glory Up Your Mind. You can reach us at 707-331-7746, or you can reach us at lordandsubu@gmail.com. Have a beautiful day and a better tomorrow.
Queen Shavaka of Queens of Queens Radio.
Okay, Dr. Spin Q. You can find me on YouTube, br.syn-q, and email is counterracismnow at gmail.com. Phone number 707-246-1517.
This is Naya signing out as well at houseofshai@gmail.com. And everyone, good night.
Good night, Naya. And out. Dedan Kamathi, BEDAN 724 is how you can reach me on Instagram. Telephone number 707-712-2200. I appreciate this little panel tonight. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, Queens of Queens Radio, and if you guys want to keep updated on all of the discussions, all the interviews, please go to Queens of Queens Radio on Facebook, and I will have all that information attached to this discussion. Queens is spelled Queenz of Queenz, and you can also find us on YouTube to check out our previous discussions. Thank you guys, and keep on listening, and like our page, share this, and thank you so much, and tune in next time. Bye-bye.